What is up, guys? This is TheDogWarrior here. Welcome back to some video. Today in this video, this is part 4 of our story reading thing, audio book on the book called Jenderman. So in last video we got up to a bit where I was talking to this woman, and in this video we'll be reading the next part to it. So if you don't know what's happened, go check out the last videos. I know it's been a while because I've been doing the same videos like Resident Evil, and then everyone's gone to the Rapture, but there shouldn't be any more because I need to get 2 more trophies after this, and I've got the platinum for it. But there will be a video for me reacting to getting the platinum, so yes, that is to come. I will be doing also well, like, you know, I don't just ignore everything I just said then because I've forgotten. So yeah, let's carry on. Okay, yeah. Jenderman stood quite confused as he began to walk away from the room. From the corner of his eye, he could see how the scowl present on Miss Greenhale's face, and could even hear her muttering curses, like things like "damn kids" under her breath. During these slow minutes, he quickly made a habit of consistently checking his watch, time to time. 2 minutes till the bell. Just as he was opening the door, he heard a crash, and sharply turned his head as a reflex. Damn it, Rose Quill. Always been so clumsy. I'm really sorry, Miss Greenhale. A sympathetic voice whimpered from the back of the room. Damn right you are. Now stop your messing about and clean up this. Get me a coffee on your way. Don't be late. Jenderman winced at the volume of the voice and backed down from the room. He could feel his ears ringing in deafening feminine outbursts and scurried to the corridor. He checked his watch again, and he noticed there was only a few minutes until the bell was due to ring. He couldn't ruin his perfect reputation as one of the most well-behaved students, so he ran as fast as his scrawny legs could carry him. So fast he wasn't even looking. Crash. The familiar voice was quite trembling, and he couldn't notice the tremors coming from his hunched figure. I'm sorry. Suddenly the figure burst into tears, picked up all her books and tailed up away from the corridor, leaving only a few tears sprayed from the old planner in his place, and he thought he had problems. He slowly picked up the foreign planner and wiped dust clean from the diary. This is around at least a year old, Jenderman muttered under astonishment. He traced his names over the name here. Subheadingly only realised that the 16th century agenda was nameless and forgotten. Dun dun dun! The music from a grand piano rang from the distance. This day couldn't get any weirder or any worse. Which was that Jenderman thought until the bell rang. Jenderman groaned at the sound of the bell and continued sprinting to his maths classroom. He hurriedly adjusted his ginger hair and timidly started to run at full speed again. Eee! A girly voice went out from the area where the locker stood. So I won't be coughing a lot as well because I am ill. Sounded familiar, but he couldn't put his finger on it. Oi, redhead, over here. He couldn't tell what the voice was trying to make of itself. Seemed intimidating, but it clearly wasn't working. He tried to look around for the command of the voice, but he sounded for himself unable to do so. Over here, Slender. Jenderman looked down and saw him. It was Kieran, his 3rd grade bully who was back, an exchange student from Canada to make his life miserable. He would probably pat his head and mock him because of his meaningless threats. But Jenderman was scared of the curly-haired boy who stood before him. He wanted to disappear, but he knew that certainly he wouldn't be an option. He weighed his opportunities. He could either leg it out of here, or he could stay and face Kieran head on. And then it hit him. Small, girly voice, petite frame, random appearance. It all made sense. Kieran, the boy who appeared in front of him a few days ago outside the science classroom. I am dead. Ha! You wimp, you can't even confess to anyone. Please, someone help. Who's gonna rescue you, little Ben? Ah, what an idiot. You can't answer the question 2 plus 2. You're expecting to save you. I have to do something. What are you doing in my locker, Kieran? Jenderman asked, though he clenched teeth. The scowl was visible on Kieran's face for fewer than a second, when it twitched back to his usual mocking grin. Remember 3rd grade? And what happened to your locker? Jenderman gulped, beads of sweat aligning his temples. Well, let's just say it might happen again. Kieran almost yelled out the last few syllables, while simultaneously pretending to aim a kick at Jenderman's leg. Jenderman flinched. A wimp as always, am I right? Kieran laughed his dangerous laugh and sauntered away, trying a low ride. Jenderman couldn't help it. He broke down. He was there for a long time, his legs unable to move. When the bell rang for the third time on a day, he realised he had missed the first lesson and he would probably have to pay the consequences. Hands in pockets, he miserably slumped outside, kicking the door aggressively. He wanted to let all the steam out. Aiden, I have something I want to tell you. Ben's attractive voice drew Jenderman to a scheduled part of the field. Ben and Aiden were across from each other, Ben profusely blushing, and Aiden generally confused. Jenderman's jealousy meter was almost at bursting point. Ben, can I make it quick, please? I have ICT next. Aiden's voice trailed off with distinctive annoyance reflecting in it. It seemed to be like he didn't want to be rude to Ben. Aiden, you're the first person who's ever been like this. Ben's face was light pink and dark magenta in seconds. I'm sorry about that, guys. I like you, Aiden, more than anyone I've ever seen before. Will you go out on me? What the? Aiden stood in complete mortification, staring emptily at the not completely red boy. Ben fidgeted and refused to look at Aiden in the eye. He fiddled with the keyring on his bed before suddenly turning his back to Aiden. I'll be waiting for an answer. I need to go now. Clearly flustered with embarrassment, Ben jerked his flushed face into Aiden's view before finally running away. What the hell? Aiden's scowl was visible on his face as he stuffed his gigantic headphones back into his ears, watching an exclusive episode of Teletubbies, but Jenderman knew his mind was somewhere else. All of the English and homework, etc. All of English and home, etc. Aiden and Ben appeared most distant from each other, almost as if the strong bonds they had created disappeared altogether. James, Jenderman suddenly looked up to see a very confused teacher gazing at him from the whiteboard. He remembered this morning he had jumped back to reality, trying to not embarrass himself even further. Here, miss, he quietly answered, attending the call to continue a daydream. He still listened to Aiden's name here in the register, but yet again no name showed up for reading on Aiden. Now, class, we'll be focusing today on making some posters. Please pair up with someone. Unfortunately, Jenderman started to walk Ben's influence. I'm sorry, it's just really hurting me. Unconsciously, Jenderman started walking towards Ben when suddenly a familiar hand tapped him on the shoulder. They kind of worked together. Aiden's glassy brown eyes reflected Jenderman's very own blue ones, and suddenly agreed, snapping out of his 44th daydream of the week. Aiden quietly led him into the scheduled table where they had received some paper and started to work on a project. And then he saw Ben. His heart almost broke when he saw Ben alone without a partner, slow tears leaking out of his hurt face, and Aiden the Jenderman at the table. Oh Ben, why don't you work with James over there on that table? He seems to be working alone. Why does the teacher not see Aiden? That is weird. Jenderman thought to himself. Ben reluctantly started walking up to the table when Aiden slammed his books on a desk and opened the door to exit. The teacher bravely looked over at him. Miss, Aiden left the room. May I go get him? Jenderman politely asked the teacher. Who's Aiden? Ben and Jenderman stared at the teacher, mouths agape. But then again, who was it the mystery boy who sits at the back of every class? So yeah, that was the part 4 bit of the thing. Sorry for coughing all that while I'm just ill, and it hurts if I talk a lot. So yeah, don't forget to check out the original story on Wattpad. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe already for more videos. So if you guys enjoyed this video, for me I shall see you guys all later. Goodbye.